Look, I'm not gonna lie. Even with me, talking about this, talking to this about to other people, talking about how I feel, about how what's happening with me and how I feel, and how you should, or not should, but be able to try and fix yourself. But sometimes it just pops in my mind. What's my purpose? What am I here for? And I don't know why I'm here. Some days I'm sad, some days I'm happy, some days I don't want to be here. But it all just comes up to one thing, just how I'm feeling. But if I can't change how I'm feeling, then how am I supposed to know what my direct purpose is? So whenever I try and think about that, I try and think about, or not try, sometimes I just think about how easy it was to know what my purpose was when we were little. Because whenever we were little, we knew everybody. We knew what we wanted to do. Like, personally, for me, I wanted to be a fire truck. A fire truck. Not a fireman. Truck. Fire truck. I wanted to be that. There was nothing that changed it for me. Nothing changed it from me wanting to become a fire truck. I didn't know what the difference was. I had all these costumes, had these birthday parties, all themed of a fireman. But it was so easy when we were little. I just wish that we can have the same exact thing again. Because it was so easy. All I had to do was just think. And be like, oh, this is what I want to do. It just clicked. That's what I wanted to do for me. It just clicks. But no, it doesn't. Because we got stuff to worry about. We got school, we got friends. There's a way we act with other people. And that way we act is the way we are. And we switch that off whenever we're with other people. And that's when we think. That's when we think about what's my purpose. But personally, I think our purpose is to find out who we are. I think our purpose was set by God for you to figure out what you wanted to do. Because if not, he would have just came down, shown us who he is, that he's actually real. But no, he's giving us a purpose. He's giving us a choice of purpose. He's able to be like, oh, you want to believe in me or not? But, sorry, moving on to that. But what I think is that there was just a moment that everything just clicks into place and we don't know where to go. That's when I just thought that moving between milestones, moving forward, that everything would make sense. But I realized life doesn't work like that. And I could still move forward and feel lost, but I could still feel uncertain about doing everything I wanted to do. And maybe nothing means anything. Maybe it does mean something. Maybe it doesn't. But you're getting things done. Being given responsibilities. But still, that gives you things that you don't. That you should worry about. And that you think about after you're moving on, after a bunch of things that you just don't know. Because goals are everywhere. You want goals, things in that. But try and improve yourself. Be productive. Be disciplined. And sometimes I just feel like we're so focused on chasing goals that we just don't stop to ask if we're not leading into a wall. And actually make them feel fulfilled. And then we finally realize I've experienced that myself, trying to achieve something I worked so hard for. Something I thought constantly. Something I convinced myself would make me feel complete once it happened. But it doesn't. But sometimes for a while it'd feel amazing because I was able to do it. And then it got me thinking. I started wondering if I was chasing purpose in places where purpose doesn't exist. But it always exists. There's always something to do in life. You can build a life that is impressive, but quietly, it's not as good as it looks. But that's all I want to talk about today. What's our purpose? But you have the choice to do that. So try and be the thing you want to do. Try and be the thing you want to be.